Sorry guys if I fart during this video. I have been eating rice and beans for 1 week. For science, of course. Also, I'm sad to report you guys. In La Fortuna area, Costa Rica, they trailing the skies. I saw it with my own eyes, and you can see the results. Sad to inform that, but I think the tropical sun and the arenal volcano kind of mitigates some of that. That also, the rice and beans probably not. They're probably gassing the skies, even more so. So yeah, this week, because I'm at this place, beautiful place, amazing place to stay for a very cheap in El Castillo, Costa Rica. And this place has breakfast included, and it is the typical Costa Rican breakfast. Gallo pinto, as they call it, is the rice and beans, also some plantains and some eggs, and a cup of coffee, probably cooked in seed oils. So it's not the most optimal, the most perfect nutrition, what I know about nutrition, but we are at the great environment. We have been feeling good as a motherfucker, and I'm a cheap ass. It's included in the price I paid, so hey, why not? And also, it tastes good. Like I'm the type of guy that maybe you have no realized this already, that I can eat pretty much everything, and everything kind of tastes good. And they can make with the receipt, what the hell, recipes. I was mixing receipts and recipes in my brain. Maybe my brain doesn't work as well anymore because of the rice and beans. I just ate them like 30 minutes ago. So what have I noticed? Well, I have noticed few farts, especially later in the day. It doesn't happen straight away. It happens later in the day. So few farts, and those few farts are few farts more than I used to have. Because usually I don't have any farts with the kind of stuff I eat. But rice and beans, it's the cliche. They make you gas a little bit. And I have definitely noticed that. Otherwise my stomach has been no bloating, no nothing, very regular. A couple of farts here and there. Some rice and beans. Anyway, maybe that's just coincidence for every human being. What else? I get my energy has been pretty good, and I feel like my brain is being pretty good. Or maybe it's not as good as when I had that wild caught seafood the week before in Gabuya every day for breakfast. And my energy, like I said, is pretty good, but the energy does not last that long. I've been getting a little leaner here because I have I have tapped into my own reserves that I have. There's some freaking vultures. The tree is full of vultures. I have tapped in my own reserves because the rice and beans, the plantains, and a little bit of eggs cooked in seed oils, they don't keep my body nourished as long as my typical breakfast. I think about food a lot more. That's pretty interesting. That's probably one of the first signs of malnutrition. Yeah, I cannot speak today. What the fuck is going on? Malnourishment. When you start to think about different foods, oh, that food kinda is pretty good to me. Sounds pretty delicious. Here comes the doggies. What's up, boys? Hell yeah. What a duck. It's pretty nice out here, huh? And these guys get fed rice and beans also. The duck was eating grass yesterday. Probably wanting to vomit the rice and beans. Yes, you were, I saw. But anyway, yeah. I've been thinking a lot more about food. Usually I don't think about food at all. I'm like, I eat a couple times a day and I'm good. I don't think about food. I can focus on other things. This week, I have been thinking about food a little bit more. Reminding me of my vegan days when I was obsessed about food. So, also like I said, the energy I get from the food, it runs out about in 3-4 hours. After that I start to get really hungry, and usually I could easily fast for a day, but I usually go for like 6 hours between meals, and it's just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Not this week, huh? But otherwise I've been feeling pretty good. Because of this thing, and that thing, and those guys. Like the environment is pretty good. So it's not been like catastrophic or anything. Like if you can't handle a couple meals of rice and beans or plantains cooking cereals, you start to get insane problems. That tells me that you ain't healed shit. You have a lot to learn still, but in this environment, with this sun, with this volcano, with this grounding, you can do pretty well. But anyway, it's a good meal. And the guy who makes it, he's actually walking right there. He's like 70 years old, and he has a teenage daughter, like 16-year-old daughter. So he's still shooting the good stuff out of his pecker at the old age, and he's probably, like I said, in the 70s, at least in the late 60s, and he runs this place. Like you can see the hill, you have to walk up here. It takes a few minutes. It's a nice little cardio, and this guy freaking walks dead like a couple times a day usually. He's repairing the road. He's doing all kinds of work here, and he eats the same meal that he gives us, the customers, every single morning. He has full head of hair, really nice tan. He seems really balanced, really based human being. So it seems to work pretty well for him, but also, as gallop into the rice and beans is pretty much the Costa Rican freaking national food. That's also why some of these Costa Ricans kinda on the not so tall side, huh? Their average height for a male is about 168 centimeters, if I'm correct. So I'm about almost a head higher than most of these Costa Ricans. And in Finland we don't eat rice and beans ever, because it doesn't grow there. We eat that salmon, beef, chicken, pork, potatoes, herring, milk, a lot of milk in Finland, that kind of stuff. That's why we grow a little taller than the Costa Ricans. But there's also some chads, as the young ones like to call them in Costa Rica, because there's a lot of good meat here as well, and seafood, amazing meat and seafood. But maybe some of the Costa Ricans cannot afford it, even though for me, for my dollar bills, it is very cheap, the meat and the seafood. But some of the Costa Ricans, they might not be able to afford it all the time. so they have to do the rice and bean stuff. Maybe that's why the smell in Costa Rica is also kind of a little funky. Because it's a different kind of scents and smells here than I'm used to in Finland. Although now, 3 weeks in, I'm pretty much... the birds are going crazy. I'm pretty much used to the smells and the scents. But that was definitely something I noticed when I came here. So anyway, would I recommend rice and beans, vegetarian food? Probably not. I probably do the plantains at some of my own breakfast that we start to cook again on my next place because we don't have breakfast there and we have kitchen. I probably do some plantains. The plantains cooked in freaking coconut oil or ghee or something, they're fucking good. I really like them. Probably not gonna have a lot of rice and beans, even though in a way the results has been pretty good because I can tolerate them perfectly except a couple of farts and some minor signs of malnourishment. And yeah, just another point that maybe that is not the food for human beings. The number one food, we can survive on it, but maybe we should not really eat it that much. That's kinda survival food. Anyway, nice place, very nice people, very good tasting breakfast. Highly recommend this place for anybody. If you wanna come to La Fortuna to experience the beauty here. And you can experience the beauty with couple farts in picture. No problemo. Anyway, that's the rice and bean experiment. Massive success. Would not recommend. And see you at the next one, huh?